Today's class we will discuss about introduction to computers. What is a computer? A computer is a device that accepts information in the form of digitalized data and manipulate it for some result based on a program or sequence of instruction on how the data is to be processed. Complex computer also include the means for storing data, including the program, which is also a form of data. For some necessary duration, it has take hold. A program may be invariable and built into the computer and called logic circuitry as it is on the microprocessor, or different programs may be provided to the computer to load into its storage and then started by an administrator or user. Today's computers have both kind of programming. Computer categories. There are several types of categories. There are several categories of computers available in the real world. That first is the primary personal digital assistant, a small handheld computer that performs simple tasks. Here, we can do only the simple task. We cannot perform any program on the PDA. We can simply send a message, we can watch the movie, we can we can play the music, that and all we can do in the PDA, but we cannot do any program on the PDA. The next one is tablet computer. Tablet computer is a pen based computer that provides the screen capability of a PDA with the functional capabilities of a notebook. Desktop computer. And another one is a desktop computer. Nowadays, what we have in our home, that is a desktop computer. Using this, we can do an application programs, system programs at anything. Mini computer, designed to meet the computing needs of several people simultaneously in a small to medium-sized business environment. The next one is notebook computer, a fully functional computer designed to be carried around. Mainframe computer. The mainframe computer is a server-based computer. Its computing technique is very fast and designed to meet computing needs of hundreds of people in a large business environment. So the mainframe computers are used for only the business purpose. Supercomputers, the fastest, most powerful and most expensive type of computer is called a supercomputer. So the supercomputer is used for to do the some complex mathematical applications. Anatomy of computer and its working. So there are two types of theme is there in the computer, that is one is hardware and another one is software. In today's class we will discuss about that what is the hardware and what is software. Hardware, it is physical aspects of computers, telecommunication and other information technology devices are called the hardwares. Example, keyboard, monitor, mouse, joystick. Then inside the CPU there have a motherboard, hard disk drive, RAM, SMBS, cable, CD drive, floppy drive. This and all we call as hardwares. Software means a general term for the various kind of programs used to operate computers and related devices. Example, Microsoft Excel. At Microsoft Office, it contains several applications like Excel, PowerPoint, MS Word, MS Access, MS Publish. These and all some of the softwares. Notepad also one of the software actually. Then six categories of hardware: input device, output device, storage device, central processing unit device, telecommunication device, connecting device. But this may be the category, but 4 is enough to operate a standalone system. Suppose if we want to communicate to some other disk system or transfer some files to some other disk system, or sharing purpose, we use that last two categories, that is telecommunication device and connecting devices. Okay, so first we will see about that component of input devices or common input devices. That is a input devices tool used to capture information and commands. Keyboard, point of scale, microphone, mouse, pointing stick. These are all the common input devices. Not only this, mouse, then joystick, these and all. Whichever you give as a input to the computer, that all the devices we called as input devices. Then common input devices, that some other point of view, if you scanner devices nowadays, then you can see in the some shopping malls, stationery mart, they are simply scan the product and estimate the cost. So this is the common input devices. Then next we will discuss about the common output devices. The output devices equipment used to see, how, hear or otherwise accept the result of information processing. Take example of monitor. Monitor itself, there have several categories, that is a cathode ray tube monitor, CRT monitor, flat panel display monitor, liquid crystal display monitor, LCD monitor, gas plasma displays monitor, DFT screen, DFT monitor, then HD DFT monitors. Like that, there are n number of output devices nowadays. It comes into the computers. The common output devices are apart from the computer are that printer. That is a printer itself. Then it again classified inkjet printer, laser printer, multifunctional printer. Okay. In common output device, when you concentrate that printer varieties, even that laser printer or laser jet printer, it has a different company uses different styles, different format, different design views. So then color printer, so etc etc. So common storage devices. When we talk about the common storage devices, that high capacity floppy disk, hard disk, CD-ROM, compact disk read-only memory, compact disk read-only memory, CDR, the compact disk recordable, CD rewritable. Hopefully, if you that CD cost, compact discs cost is only the 10 rupees or maybe the 12 rupees, or sometimes if you bulkly purchase, you can get 6 rupees or 7 rupees per CD. Even in the rewritable CD also, it cost around 20 rupees. So compact rewritable, compact disc rewritable. So difference between CDR and CD-RW, that CDR means then once you write in that data into this disk, then you cannot erase. Suppose CDR rewritable means this disk you can use it to store, you can delete, or sometimes if you unwanted data, if you stored inside the disk, then you can delete and you rewrite the information. That is possible in CD rewritable format. Then random access memory, RAM. So this is the RAM. So the RAM itself have several company have manufacturing the RAM. The different companies are Seagate company is manufacturing a RAM. Then IBM is manufacturing the RAM. Then Transcend is manufacturing the RAM. Sony is manufacturing the RAM. So there are several companies, they are manufacturing the RAM with a different capacity. So what is mean by RAM? RAM is a random access memory. ROM is read-only memory. RAM is random access memory. So random access memory means temporarily store the data, hold the current information that application software currently being used, and then operating system software. This is the RAM. The next one is memory. A large collection of circuit, each capable of storing bit called memory. Another term is cells, that means words, manageable units. Typical size is 8 bits. Some machines are 16 bits. Some machines are 32 bits or 64 bits. Nowadays, that 128, 250 bits of cells also available. That when we talk about that central processing unit CPU, the actual hardware that interrupt and execute the program instruction and coordinates how all the other hardware devices work together. That means hardware devices, that is hard disk drive, then motherboard RAM, and then in outer part when you give a input through mouse or keyboard, then you can view that in the monitor all it's processed by the CPU, which is categorized into two parts, that is a control unit and a logic, arithmetic and logic unit. Control unit means interprets software instruction and tells the other hardware device what to do next based on the software instruction. Arithmetic logic unit means it performs all arithmetic operations and all logical operations. Then CPU speed. Then it is in traditional period they used that megahertz of speed. Then that means in 1990 that system speed was only the megahertz. The number of millions of CPU cycle per second. So nowadays we are using the gigahertz speed, and also in server side we are using terahertz speed. Then central processing unit, it's like a brain of computer consisting of arithmetic and logic unit. It perform arithmetic calculations, addition, subtraction and logic decisions. Control unit means CU. It decode each machine instruction and sends signal to the other component for carrying out the instruction. This is the purpose control. Then common software. When we talk about the software, then connectivity software enables a computer to dial up or connect to another computer. Then web browser software. Then connectivity software means then if you connect BSNL, if you buy the BSNL connection, then BSNL router to our system, we have to install one new software. Then using that software only we can make a dial-up and receive the internet. So this is the using the that software only we can access the internet. The next one is web browser software. It enables a computer to surf the web. So this is a normal Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Safari. These are several company has introduced several different browsers for surfing the net. Then email software. It enables electronic communication with other people by sending and receiving email. Then wireless connection. Infrared also called as IR or IRDA, that means Infrared Data Association. What is the use of this IR data association? It uses red light to send and receive information. Infrared. Infrared means this option is available in our phone also. Just 1 feet or 2 feet distance we can transfer data. Then we can use this infrared communication. That is one type of wireless communication, wireless connection. So Bluetooth. So the standard for transmitting information in the form of short range radio waves over distance of up to 30 feet. So, and it is used for purpose such as wirelessly connecting a cell phone or PDA to a computer. So using the Bluetooth nowadays, that our mobile phone and our laptop have a wireless Bluetooth connectivity. Using this Bluetooth, we can transfer data, we can share the information from one another systems. It highly possible. Okay, then wireless Wi-Fi. That means Wi-Fi means wireless fidelity. So nowadays it's very popular. So it's standard for transmitting and information processing in the form of radio waves over distance up to 30 meter or and more. The connecting devices. The connecting devices enable the hardware to communicate with each other. Connecting device means to connect one another devices or one another computers. So here what it is doing, through cable we may connect one another computer, or through wireless we can connect each other. Okay, that there are two possibility. Connecting devices enable the hardware to communicate with each other, means we can share the information from one computer to, that means our computer to your friend computer, with the help of peer to or distributed network. So peer to peer means then one cable to another, one cable is enough to communicate with each other with the cross link we can share it. Okay, that another format is then you can use the switches or routers. We share our information through our router to any other system with the help of IP. So this is the connecting devices. A parallel connector is used to plug a printer into a system box. This is one term of connecting devices. Another one is parallel connector interfaces with a parallel port that is connected to an expansion card. That is a expansion card means that is a switches or routers or hub. Using that we can connect. Then buses, expansion slots, expansion cards, ports, connectors. So expansion bus, first we will discuss about expansion buses. So expansion bus means moves information from one CPU and RAM to all of other hardware devices. That is the bus. Simply we call it as a system bus. Then expansion slot means a long skinny socket on the motherboard into which, this is the component. When we talk about component here, that one is the speaker and second one is the modem, which is used to encode and decode the data for getting the internet, and secure purposely then transfer the data purpose we are using the modem. And also then microphone, this is the microphone. Then the RAM, this is the RAM slot. Nearly 4 to 5 slots will be inside the motherboard. Suppose if we use the desktop computer, then each RAM contains then 256 MB to 4 GB RAM, 8 GB slot. That several uh, type, the capacity by the several RAM is there. Then CPU, when we talk about the CPU, then this is the CPU, the total cabinet we call it as a CPU. Then keyboard, this is the keyboard. Then seventh one is the mouse. This is the mouse, which is also the input device. Then eighth one is a CD drive. Then ninth one is a floppy drive, and 10th is the hard disk drive. So this is that hard disk drive, that inside if we open and see, then nearly 2 to 4 magnetic plate will be there for storing that information. And this is the stepper motor and uh, stepper motor will be there. Then the 11th one is the printer. So this is the printer that it contains the several rollers and cartridges are this, and this is the button for operating. Then inside there have SMBS to control the power supply and give the power supply, that significant and sample power supply to the printer, and to operate. And 12th one is the monitor. This is the monitor which is output device. And 13th is the video card, that is VGA card. Video graphical adapter card for give the graphical things. Suppose that this is the color monitor or color output. If we want to see, then we have to use it, this VGA card. Thank you.